when we see Jesus. Life's trials seem so small when we see Christ. One glimpse of His dear face, all sorrow will erase. So heavenly run the race, so bravely run the race, till we see Christ.
Well, now, when I get to share my remarks, I'm really nervous. And that's good, otherwise I think I'd cry. This is quite really, it's just a great day for me. I'll never forget in our 12 by 50 little trailer when I first became a Christian and was studying, sitting on the couch, and I said, I discovered it! I can't believe it! And that's kind of how I studied the Bible. Yeah, very passionate about it, and Liz said, what? I said, I found it! It's the bow. It's the bow, it's the rainbow, and God's going to put a thing in the sky, and He had this covenant with His people, and she looked at me, and she said, you talking about the rainbow? And I said, yeah. She goes, everybody knows that. And I was like, what? I had no idea. And as I kept studying, it was more and more and more, and then we talked earlier, and as you mentioned, something inside of me wanted more, wanted to know more about Him, and that's what studying has been for me. And as I went into the ministry, as you're talking, I'm remembering so many things. Larry Evans, who was my conference president at the time in Georgia Cumberland, I went to him because I always felt like God wanted greatness. So Larry said that He wanted greatness and wanted to do great things with me. And I didn't know what to do with that because I didn't want to be selfish or conceited or boastful and feel like I could do everything. Although that's how I was. And he said, hold on to that. He said, hold on to that. And I tried to hold on to that, but I didn't. And with ministry, life can be tough at times. And it was extremely tough for me and for my wife. I'll never forget, in my first two church district, I sat at the front and I just felt sick because I had seen everything that was going on wrong in the families of these church families. They were committing adultery, they were mean to each other, they were saying bad things and doing all the wrong things, and that's not what I thought ministry would be. I was very idealistic and thought I knew the way it should be and the way things should go, and I quickly discovered this is the way it wasn't, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I decided I would quit. And I would quit and get out of there and go to Andrews. And there I would discover myself, and hopefully discover myself. And I'll never forget, I was in a preaching class, and it was a sermon we had to do, and I called it my last sermon because I believed it would be the last sermon I ever preached. And but as I studied for it and continued to dig and dig deeper, I realized as I looked through Ephesians that that's exactly the kind of church that God had called me to. But I didn't know what to do with that. I decided I wanted to do relevant ministry and decided that I would work at a youth ranch. And there I said and I told Liz, I will never pastor again. I'll never be a pastor.